What's up guys, Blackthorn back at you with another Spellbreak video. Today we're going to be talking about the Pyromancer Gauntlet. This gauntlet has a base damage of 25, which increases with better variations. In addition to the main Fireball spell, Pyromancer's Flame Wall will also deal damage on a successful hit, as well as burn damage over time. This gauntlet really shines in in-game circles because of the control potential of Flame Wall, as well as the area of effect that the Pyromancer class will have added to your Fireball by this time. Pair that with immunity to your own Flame Wall and the 2-second flight time granted by your own Flame Wall, and you have a hard-hitting and decently mobile class, and that's without considering talents, runes, or secondaries. Now as far as the disadvantages, the fire rate of the Fireball is not particularly quick, and with the way that fire interacts with tornadoes and poison clouds can cause you to deal a lot of damage to yourself if you're not careful. Another disadvantage is the relatively slow projectile speed, which makes it kind of difficult to hit people that are far away or that are flying way high up in the sky, which, as we all know, happens a significant amount of in-game circles. Now that we've looked into the pros and cons of the individual gauntlet, let's move on to the talents that I think pair well with Pyromancer. Now for the Mind talent, I would recommend Runic Fluency, and we'll go over why exactly that is when we talk about what rune to run. But for now, let's talk about the Body talent. You're going to want to run Fervor. Now this will allow you to get attacks off 15 to 25% faster, and as I mentioned before, casting speed is a weakness of this class, so anything to shore up that weakness is going to be helpful for you. For your Spirit talent, you should run Recovery. This talent allows you to recover 50% of damage done to your health over a course of 12 to 6 seconds. And this will allow you to fill your inventory up with shields and maybe one slot for health, and you'll still be able to recover your health damage, which will give you a significant advantage over other people because you will run out of shields less quickly than they will. Now as far as the rune that I would recommend, it would have to be Invisibility. Now this may seem strange, but consider, at max level, an Invisibility rune has a 4-second cooldown. So that means in 8 seconds you can have both of your charges of Runic Fluency, granted by Runic Fluency. And then you pair that with the mobility boost, the 2 seconds of flight time you get from your Flame Wall, and you can be invisible and mobile instantly, as soon as you get in trouble. Say you get sniped from across the map with the Frostborn, then you can look down, pop the Flame Wall in front of you, pop your invisibility, walk into the Flame Wall, fly away for 2 seconds, stay invisible, and then when that invisibility runs out, you can either let it recharge so you have 2 stacked charges, or you can go ahead and pop the other one if you're still in danger and have more time to get away. Because not only does the invisibility rune make you invisible, well, slightly invisible, I mean, mostly invisible. If they're paying attention, they can still see you, and it doesn't do anything about your audio, so they can still hear you as well. But it also increases your run speed by 3. So pair that with gold boots, and just being on the ground, you'll be outpacing anything other than a flight rune. So when you pair all those things together, you have a class that can deal with most situations, whether it be completely disengaging, slightly repositioning away from the enemy, or even ambushing an enemy with relative ease. So, and that's without even considering what secondary gauntlet you're going to run. Already you have an incredibly powerful weapon at your disposal, setting up the talents like this and running invisibility. Now that's not to say that that's the only thing you should run. You should run whatever you're comfortable with, or whatever you feel gives you an advantage. But this is just something that I found to be really strong. So let's talk about the secondary. The one that I prefer is actually Conduit. Now Conduit and Fire actually don't have any intermixing effects on each other, but what Lightning does have is it has another AoE ability, so you can pop your Flame Wall and you can pop your Conduit ability, and that will discourage people from coming into 2 different places. So maybe you can set yourself up a small box to heal, air quotes box, or you can just do double damage to somebody relatively quickly. And another thing about the lightning strike is it actually hits enemies above. No matter how far above that area where you throw the lightning strike, it will hit them on the way down. So it can be helpful fighting against people that are above you, which, as I mentioned earlier, is a weakness of the Fire Gauntlet due to its slow projectile speed. As well as its control AoE, it also has the Lightning Bolt ability. This ability will also help you deal with airborne enemies as well, because it has a very fast travel time and it's extremely accurate. So, strong arguments can be made for Toxicologist and Tempest, and those are both super useful classes to run with it, but my personal favorite is actually the Conduit. Well, that's all for today's video. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. If you want to see more Spellbreak content like this, feel free to subscribe, and let me know in the comments below, what's your favorite Pyromancer setup? As always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.